enemy of my enemy is my friend. Welcome, Clive.
Well, firstly, let me say I'm not vaccinated, and I don't intend to be vaccinated. I'm here today to talk about freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. No politician can take your freedom. Freedom comes from our ancestors. It comes from places like Gallipoli, like Beersheba, like the Kokoda Trail, like the Trebrook and the Western Desert and the Western Front, and the 46 Australians that landed at Normandy in 1944. It comes from the 100,000 servicemen that have served this country who are littered in graves all around the world. The graves of young Australians who have answered the call for freedom are littered in the cemeteries of Europe, Asia and around the world. At this challenge and at this time, we can do no more than what they did for our country. No task is too difficult. No sacrifice is too great to defend our democracy and what we've got in this country. Our rights don't come from Daniel Andrews. Our rights don't come from Mark McGowan. Our rights don't come from Palachuk. And you know there's no chook like a Palachuk. And our freedom doesn't come from Scott Morrison. Our freedom doesn't come from Anthony Albanese. And our freedom certainly doesn't come from Barnaby Joyce. The Queensland Police Commissioner has given exemptions from her direction that all police be vaccinated to 196 commissioned officers in the police force. 196. They wouldn't be vaccinated, but the normal police, the normal nurses who don't know about this, can be vaccinated. They can be the fodder of the executive of the Queensland government, and they can be the means by which Pfizer and other multinational companies take our national wealth and destroy our country. The Prime Minister has abandoned Australia. One day he says you can all get a vaccine. He doesn't believe that you should all get a vaccine, but the next day he's on the telephone to companies like BHP and Rio Tinto telling them that if they don't vax their workers, he'll close them down. They'll shut up their government contracts. And that's what they've done to the press. That's what they've done to the press. We can't get our political party, the largest political organisation in Australia today, with 80,000 members. They can't get one ad placed in the Courier Mail, any of Rupert Murdoch's papers or anybody that mentions vaccine. They won't take our money. They won't let us tell the Australian people what's happening in their own country. Australian people won't be silenced. Australian people won't be silenced. And you know, from my experience as a 67-year-old man, it's been around a bit, you know, I can tell you that Craig Kelly, our parliamentary leader, is a guy with a lot of courage. That he's fair dinkum, that I'm fair dinkum, that every waking minute that I have between now and the next election will be devoted to making sure the government of Australia changes, to make sure a new government's formed that can give help to the people and stop what's happening in this country. I know Craig says that, I know all our party members say that. And I'm very encouraged today because courage is one of the rarest commodities in politics. You, in coming here today, ignites a fire of courage in the community. And the glow from that fire can be heard around Australia. So that once again, that we can be all we should be, free and independent. Together, we can achieve the extraordinary. We want freedom, freedom, freedom. As a great man once said, upon this hill, we will bury our flag. Upon this hill of freedom, we will make our stand. We won't back down. Last Saturday in Melbourne, Craig Kelly addressed a crowd of 107,000 people. 107,000 people. The biggest political event in Australia's history since 1901. But it wasn't reported. It wasn't reported in the newspapers because they're trying to stop us. But we can't be stopped. And every person, every man, woman and child in this country should work their guts out to make sure that we get a free, a democratic country where Australians have the freedom of choice. God bless Australia.